This is 11-year-old Jayden Perkins. He was unalived after being attacked in his home with his mother on Wednesday, March 13th. This is a very tragic and gruesome story, so if you don't like that, please scroll on. Jayden and his mom were attacked on the 5900 block of North Ravenswood Avenue in Chicago. Allegedly, early Wednesday, mom was taking Jayden and her other son to school. When she opened the door, the suspect was already there. That's when he forced his way in and started to brutally attack her. Jayden then stepped in to try and help his mom. Officers responded to a call around 8 a.m. Wednesday where they found an 11-year-old boy suffering from an injury to his chest. Jayden's mother, who is currently pregnant and was in critical condition with wounds to her neck and body, is now doing better, and her and the baby are expected to survive. Mom's identity has not been released yet, so she will just be referred to as Mom. But the neighbors reported that they were awakened to frightening cries of help. The screams came from across the hall where Jayden and his mother were being attacked by a man with a knife. Neighbors said they were too scared to intervene. I heard the screaming, I heard someone screaming for help, and then I just heard sirens. So I was like, hey, the police or the ambulance have gotten taken care of it. And that's about it. And to walk out and it's a homicide, it's very sad, said the neighbor who did not want to be identified. Police dispatch transmissions indicates a neighbor was asked to call for help from the mom, who was clearly wounded in the neck with her son on the floor. When first responders arrived, Jayden was on the floor with wounds to his chest. His mom had wounds to the neck and all over her body. She was hanging on for dear life, literally. 37-year-old Corsetti Brand, who is also a convicted felon, was released from the Stateville Correctional Facility on Tuesday, March 12th. Before the attack, Corsetti was sentenced to 16 years in prison for home invasion in 2015. In October 2023, Mom was alerted that Corsetti was released on parole because she was a victim in a previous domestic violence case against him, and he was repeatedly violating the order. On January 30th, 2024, Mom received a message from Corsetti threatening her family, and 2 days later, he allegedly appeared at her front door. Mom reported this, and when Corsetti was confronted, he claimed he was looking for an apartment in the area. This is a copy of the report. It says on February 1st, 24, he came to my house trying to break into my apartment. That was at 8:45 a.m. And then she also reported on January 30th, 24 at 12 p.m. Sent me several text messages saying he would unalive me and my family, and he would wait outside my house and stalk me. I have pics. Corsetti was then sent back to prison so that the Illinois Prisoner Review Board could consider the allegations. They determined that the alleged violations didn't meet the preponderance of evidence standard. Corsetti was then returned to parole on March 12th, and Mom received a notification. On February 21st, 2024, Mom sought an emergency protection order, and the judge ruled that there was no apparent emergency because Corsetti was behind bars at that time. They don't know if the judge knew how long he would be in jail, but at that time, he did deny the motion for an emergency protection order. And this was a Cook County judge. At the hearing on the 21st, the judge scheduled a hearing for Wednesday, March 13th, but the attack had already happened, so they never made it to court. During the attack, Mom was on the phone with her mom, Jayden's grandmother, and she said that she heard her daughter screaming no as she was being attacked. As Corsetti forced his way into the home Wednesday morning, as Mom and her two sons were on their way to school, he immediately started attacking her. So she was immediately defending herself. Jayden jumped in and received a wound to the chest trying to protect his mom, and a major artery was severed. The other brother was not harmed. Corsetti has been charged with a number of felonies, including first-degree murder. I can't even imagine, y'all. Just imagine going to the people you're supposed to go to get help and to be protected, and they deny the motion. They deny your protection because they don't see grounds for it. I wonder what the Cook County judge has to say now that this has happened. And it happened a day after this man was released from parole. This system failed her. And it was definitely because she was black. This doesn't even make any sense.